Good morning, good morning, good morning. And it is now episode number 8 of The Wonder Kid Show. Look, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Pretty much it's going to be us discussing today PFF and how foolish they are with their rankings. Now, look, I know. Nothing's perfect. And people believe numbers are. But I wanna put this into like let's put this and make it one of those things where we're like, okay, we understand where you're coming from. Perspective. Sorry, I was looking for the word. Lamar Jackson had one of the single greatest games in NFL history. An historical day. Historical on numerous points. First player, 75-yard touchdown and 75-yard running play. 100-something yards passing with 100-something yards rushing with 300-something yards passing. 3 touchdowns and no picks. You would think a performance like that would garner him number 1 offensive rated player on his team. Nope. Okay, number 2 maybe? Nope. Number 3? Nope. All right, number 4. Nah. 5. Nah. Number 6. With a 66.4 PFF grade for his performance. Now, here's my problem with that. And I really want everyone to understand this. Do you want him to play defense too? Like, what? Listen, I already did not respect PFF because of the Patrick Mahomes stuff. 5 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and they gave him a crappy score also. But they love them some Joe Burrow. Can you believe right now, PFF over the first 2 games of the season, the first 2, Lamar Jackson is only about 2 or 3 points higher than Joe Burrow. Let that sink in. The man has thrown, 3 or 4 touchdowns to like 6 interceptions. Not to mention like 2 fumbles. And he's only like 2 points below Lamar. Josh Allen's performance, where he threw 2 interceptions and less touchdowns than Patrick, got a better PFF grade. That doesn't make sense. I mean, 1 + 1 is supposed to equal 2. Apparently, PFF says 1 + 1 equals 3.5. And in the case of Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, it equals 1 + 1 equals 0.5. Because they are graded at a totally different scale than everybody else. And I wonder why. And I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let your creative minds, your creative juices, give you knowledge on where I'm going with this. Matter of fact, where your mind takes you. Because it's ridiculous. He had a perfect pass rating in the first half. Oh, what happened in the second half? His defense gave up 21 points in 6 minutes. I want y'all to understand this. They put up, 20-something points in the fourth alone. That's NBA scoring. In football, there's not even enough time. There was one way for that team to get back in this game. One. Just one. And that's throwing the ball. The Baltimore Ravens not only knew that, they put both safeties in the box. Then they came on and tried to say, oh, it was miscommunication. Hey, excuse me, Harbaugh, what about doing what a coach does and going, beep, beep. Time out. Let's talk this over. Why are the safeties not all the way back? Judging how the only way they can come back is throwing. But we're going to blame that on Lamar too. We're going to blame it on Lamar. Mind you, in that one game, matter of fact, I'll even take it further. On that one running play for 75 yards, Lamar Jackson has outrushed all the running backs on his team combined over a 2-game span. Over on that one run. What more can he do? Do you want him to coach too? So let's put this in perspective. Your offense gives you a 21-point lead. Not at the half. Going into the fourth quarter, you have a 21-point lead. The running backs can't run the ball. There were 6 or 7 plays where the running backs had negative yards. So the running backs aren't generating any yards, and the defense is just giving up a whole bunch of yards. But hey, Lamar make it, just figure out a way. If anything, you're athletic enough, go play safety. That's pretty much what PFF wants him to do. Look, if you're going to have credibility about yourself, you have to be unwavering, right? You have to be uncorruptible. You have to take your personal feelings out of it. See, all those other times, right, when they would try to say certain stuff with Lamar, they'd be like, oh, but it's a product of the run game. And yes, he is the run game, but it's still a product of it. What are you going to say now? Well, they lost, so we're going to... Huh? Say what? Look, we're at a point now where I've lost all respect, all credible respect for PFF. I don't even know why they're even used on national media sources. They have slandered and tried to misrepresent Patrick Mahomes, and they've tried to slander and misrepresent Lamar Jackson. But they ain't doing that to Josh Allen, though. They're not doing that to Joe Burrow. They're not doing that to Justin Herbert. Yo, Justin Herbert is hilarious to me. And the reason why I bring his name into this is because he's accomplished nothing. He is a stat merchant. As of right now, he is a stat merchant. You'll say, oh, but his defense doesn't do him any favors. What are you talking about? His defense gives him turnovers. His defense sacks the quarterback at a high rate. Have you seen the pass rush of Baltimore? And this is what I keep trying to tell you with these organizations having built-in excuses and understanding for all these other quarterbacks not named Lamar Jackson. I mean, seriously. You think 6th highest offensive rated person, 66.7, on a historical day that has never been done in NFL history, garnered a 66. Tua, if you're going to say, oh, well, he almost threw a pick, Tua almost threw 2 additional picks. One of them missed far right by, if the guy would have jumped, he would have caught it, but he didn't. But the other one hit the safety, Marcus Williams, right in the hand. Marcus Williams just dropped it. He flat out just dropped it. So I'm guessing, look, I'm not looking for participation points. I'm not even looking for participation trophies. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. I'm just saying you guys are incredible, uncreditable when it comes to Lamar Jackson. And it's been like that. You're going to say, oh, but it's 2019 season, da. It seems to me you guys do things for clicks. When Lamar first started out, you guys were horrible against him. Just like everybody else. But after a while, the narrative was, oh my God, everybody was so wrong about this guy. We knew. We were the smart ones. We told you he's so efficient. Because that's the narrative you use to what? Get clicks, drive views. Like, come on now. We got to get to a point to where we start calling these people out on their foolishness. Because it is absolute foolishness. Who would even agree to this? Patrick Mahomes threw 5 touchdown passes. 5. No interceptions. And they gave him a lower. He was like not even the 5th rated quarterback that week. Yeah. Listen, after a while, you got to kind of get to the point where you're looking at this and saying this is ridiculous. Where Justin Herbert is lauded, applauded, praised, put on a pedestal, indoctrinated amongst the masses as the one and only king, achieving apotheosis. Yeah, that guy. The other ones are slandered for it. Oh, we're holding them to a different standard, though. What standard? Perfection? Perfection. Let me let y'all understand this now. Lamar Jackson, right now, can lead the league in passing and rushing. What would you say if he, let's not even say he did it. Let's say he came close to it. What would you say? I mean, seriously. If Lamar Jackson, let's say, threw 47, 4,800 yards and rushed for 1,300, 1,400 yards, like, what are you going to say? Well, it was numbers. It was just numbers. I mean, did he win the Super Bowl? While lauding Justin Herbert, who hasn't even made the playoffs. And mind you, he has a better constructed team than Lamar. Much better, especially when it comes to weapons. But we're just going to leave that by the side. Oh, that doesn't count. That doesn't count, Lamar. Lamar can run. He's a different style of QB. Do you notice how they always have an excuse for their excuses? I mean, seriously, at what point do we just be like, nah, y'all full of it? What's that one meme? Stop the cap. That's what we need to start saying to them. Like, straight up, stop the cap. Because they cap it. They're lying. Atrociously lying. You're an atrocious liar. You're an all liar. Habitually. And you guys have these discrepancies every single year. Especially when it's regarding certain players. I'm going to tell you this right now. Mark my words. If Justin Herbert had Lamar Jackson's stat line, they would have literally dropped down on their knees and said, praise the Lord, the King has returned. Lamar does, it was a good game. It was a good game. Put her there, guy. Sickening. Preposterous. The anecdotal evidence proves Lamar Jackson is the most indispensable player probably right now in the NFL. What he does on the ground, through the air, it's another level. It dials it a different way. Especially on a contract. Shouldn't even be a contract year, but you know what I mean. And he just goes out there, does his job. I'm going to be real with you, and I'm going to keep it a buck. That loss had nothing to do with Lamar. That had everything to do with John Harbaugh and Old McDonald had a farm, a.k.a. the defensive coordinator. Listen, I don't care what no one says. Greg Roman gets no hatred from me this week. That man's game plan was Beautiful. He did what he was supposed to do. There was even clips where the running backs were missing holes, literal holes, where you could just beep, 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 back an entire semi-truck into. Drive an entire semi-truck through. Park an entire semi-truck through. With cargo. And then it was like, oh, no. Where's the defender? Let me run for only 10 yards. So, Gregory P. Roman, he does not get no hatred at all. Because it seems like he's come ready. Oh, yeah, the first 2 games of the season, his game plans have been very good. Like he's built on and learned from his mistakes. Do you know who doesn't look like they've learned from their mistakes? Harbaugh. What as a listen, you're a head coach. You see with your 2 eyes that you're up 3 touchdowns. You see it. You see them get 1 touchdown. Okay, whatever. You see a broken coverage on 2 touchdowns. What do you don't even call timeout. You don't call the defensive coordinator over and be like, hey, what? You're just like, man, they made it. Oh, man, I don't know what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Just some miscommunication. How about getting on your headset and saying, hey, present, cover 2. Like, what are you doing? What's your job? That's your job. But anyways, like I said, PFF has just become a joke to me. Absolutely a joke. Absolutely a joke. And they make excuses. Like how Harbaugh and them make excuses. I mean, seriously, what type of credibility are you working for then? I mean, you're supposed to want to have numbers that nobody can argue with because they're totally unbiased. But it doesn't seem that way with you guys at all. There is no God on God's green earth right now that Joe Burrow is only 2 to 3 points lower than a Lamar Jackson. Think about that, guys. This man, Joe Burrow, has already had a 4-pick game, 4 interceptions with 2 fumbles, 1 lost. And he's only like 2 points below Lamar. That's hilarious. And then because like I told everybody, when that kitchen gets hot, what did he do? He went and said, people are making fun of me. Why? I didn't do nothing to deserve this. My O-line, my receivers are not catching everything. Oh my God. I'm going to erase everything. No more Twitter. No more Instagram. Those are distracting me. But y'all were quick to slander Kyler too. Remember the first game, y'all like, man, Kyler, he needs to put down the video game, go study. That man, Kyler saved on that second game. He said, put it in my hands. We're not losing this game. All I'm saying is their grading scales are wrong, off, atrocious, very biased. I need somebody like bigger to start calling them out. Like one of those big names. Like, like a Stephen A, a Max Kellerman, a Skip Bayless, a Shannon Sharp. One of those guys got to start, like calling it out because it's ridiculous. Like at what point do you look at it and say, man, this is bad? Because it is bad. PFF, so far this year, you stink. And it needs to stop. Lamar Jackson, most likely, by the end of this year, is going to an MVP. It's going to be most likely between him and Josh. Yo, rewind that. Let me put something on this, too. Even Vegas, because Vegas factors in bias when they are making their judgments on, spreads, right? Because everything has to be factored in when you do a spread. Justin Herbert's like number 3 for MVP voting. How? He's over bad people. Yo, the hypocrisy. Oh, the hypocrisy, bro. The hypocrisy. The hypocrisy. It's horrible. Horrible. If you don't believe me, go check it. I believe his odds of winning it are like 8-1. And that's not conjecture. That's fact. That's crazy. Look, they got to do a better job. They really got to do a better job. If you're going to be able to go there and call players out the side of your face, you got to be able to take these lumps with your bad scoring. You feel what I'm trying to say? Like, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. On PFF, you got to do a way better job. If you're going to be a credible source where numbers are unbiased, then live up to that standard. Please. And thank you. All right? Well, look. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of The Wonderkin Show. You already know what it is. Like and subscribe. Give me some time. But no, for real, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And it's something that needs to be talked about more. And, I'm going to still keep putting out, this content. I hope you guys love it, and I hope you guys take it serious. This is Nitro logging off from The Wonderkin Show. And once again, like and subscribe. Y'all knows my slogan. Peace. And I'm out. Yeah.